ELA Regents, August 2019. It's the argument section. Text 3. Should cities ban plastic bags? This excerpt from a Wall Street Journal article includes a journalist's introduction to the plastic bag ban issue and the viewpoints of an environmental expert, Todd Myers, against the ban. Plastic bags are one of the most common items in everyday life, and they are at the heart of a fight raging in municipalities worldwide. Many cities around the globe have already banned the ubiquitous bags from stores, and activists are pushing for bans elsewhere. They argue that cities must spend vast sums to clean up the bags and the damages caused by them, money that's better spent elsewhere. Not to mention that plastic bags are a blight on the environment, polluting waterways and other natural areas and killing off animals. Banning plastic bags, the activists say, will redirect funds to infrastructure and spur entrepreneurial efforts to come up with alternatives to plastic. But there's no evidence that banning bags helps the environment, and plenty of evidence that it may actually hurt. Bans yield little benefit to wildlife while increasing carbon emissions and other unhealthy environmental effects. Little harm to wildlife. Let's go through the arguments for banning bags. Ban backers cite impacts on marine life, but they consistently sidestep the actual data. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, for one, says there are currently no published studies about how many marine mammals die because of marine debris. Meanwhile, other sources of marine debris, such as discarded fishing gear, are recognized as a danger to sea life. Why the frenzy over one source, plastic bags, in the absence of evidence? As for the pollution caused by plastic bags, consider a study by OSPAR, the European organization working to protect the marine environment. The study found shopping bags represented less than 3% of marine litter on European beaches, a figure that includes scraps of plastic from shredded bags. Meanwhile, the claim that municipalities spend a substantial amount of their trash budget, let alone millions of dollars, on picking up plastic bags is hard to believe. In many cases, these claims are guesses by advocates instead of data based on actual studies, and cost is often thrown in as a justification after bans are enacted for political reasons. Some ban supporters claim plastics harm human health, even when studies from organizations like the Environmental Protection Agency, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and Pacific Northwest National Labs show these claims are false or exaggerated. Consider a study from the UK Environment Agency that found grocery bags have the lowest environmental impact on human toxicity and marine aquatic toxicity, as well as global warming potential, even after paper bags are used 4 times and reusable cotton bags are used 173 times. Why? Largely because paper and cotton bags come from crops that require fertilizer, pesticides, herbicides, and the like. Critics also say that environmental effects. Critics also say that ban opponents ignore the environmental impact of bags over the course of their lifetime. But many studies do just that. The UK Environment Agency's study, for instance, compared the energy expended in creating, using, and disposing of plastic, paper, and reusable bags to arrive at its figures. Consumers would have to use a cotton bag 173 times before they match the energy savings of one plastic bag. Assuming 40% of bags are reused, a percentage that's actually lower than the rate in some cities. Some critics say we need to ban bags because voluntary take-back programs don't work. But the point of the programs is to simply reuse the bags, and consumers already reuse bags to hold garbage or pick up after pets. As for the idea that plastic bags cost consumers more, the reason grocery stores use plastic instead of paper or other bags is that they cost less and hold more. Reusable bags are even more expensive. Let's be honest. Weighing the cost and benefits makes it clear that banning plastic bags yields little benefit at very high cost. Unfortunately, the political symbolism of banning the bags is powerful. It is often easier to ignore the science that indicates such bans may actually harm the environment than to make an honest effort to weigh these issues. All of this is why plastic bag bans are more about environmental image than environmental benefit. Excerpt from Should Cities Ban Plastic Bags? WSJ.com, I think that's Wall Street Journal, October 8th, 2012.